Hello everyone, good morning, welcome to Carnation Crafts TV. I hope you're well, I hope you're keeping nice and warm as well. Welcome to our first showing of a brand new collection. I've got to apologise for the late scheduling of these shows. 1,000 apologies for that. The lovely Laura is with us, just.
I should apologise.
You've been in the wars a bit, haven't you, bless you?
I've had a bit of a fall.
She had a bit of a fall, but she's struggling on and she's here and she's going to demonstrate the collection for you as well. So that's why we're a little bit late, so apologies. Our shows today are this one now at 11 o'clock and also 1 o'clock this afternoon too. Now, let me introduce you to A Winter's Light. I'm Dave, by the way, if you haven't met before, Dave Bradford. Look at this. Isn't this just absolutely adorable? A Winter's Light. Now, you're getting the first look at it today, first dibs, and also you get that fantastic introductory offer price for watching this as well. Because the price should be for this $139.99. Today though, as a thank you for you watching the very first show and the first live streaming of this, you get it for $119.99. Now there is of course PayPal Pay in 3 that you can spread the cost with this if you want to as well. Free UK P&P because you're spending over £50, and you know how good the dispatch team here at Carnation are. They basically, as soon as they get your order, they pick it, they pack it, they post it. It'll be in the post at 2 o'clock this afternoon if you order it right now. But this collection is gorgeous. You've got the ever popular florals. The florals in this one are the golden flax, the beautiful yellow flower. You've got the crocus, you've got the snowdrop, but then you've got the cute characters. Now there are no mice in this time. I know Carnation are famous for their mice, but they're going to be even more famous, I think, for their foxes. Look at the foxes. The foxes are adorable. You've got the deer there as well. And it's basically foxes and deers in winter scenarios. And a little rabbit or two in there too. So cute. So adorable. I'll go through the boards with you in a second as well. But you've got everything here, all of these dies, and of course the artwork, what we call the vignettes, are there on the website right now for you to print off as many times as you choose, absolutely free of charge. There'll be backing papers there as well, all sorts for you to enjoy. So all the artwork you can see on the covering packets here are free to print off and enjoy straight away, and your dies will be with you in a very, very short space of time. You've got the words of hope, love, and also joy, but you can probably see that the flowers are curving. Now they're curving obviously over to the right, as you can see them at the moment, but because we do something very unique, which is mirrored vignettes, basically you can have a front and a back image. So when you put them together, not only is the image coloured on the back, but it's also available to be flipped round. So you can actually make almost hearts out of those flowers because you've got a left and a right with the mirrored vignettes, which are fantastic. So all of this, and I'll go through the board so you can see exactly what you're going to get with this amazing card shape, which if I just lift up the card shape for you. This is the Morning Light card shape. Isn't that just adorable? I'll show you some finished cards that the design team have done for you very, very soon as well. All of this for $119.99. It will go up eventually at the end of the week to $139.99, and it's $241,201. Make sure you've got that in your basket. You can see actually on the left-hand side of the screen, underneath the description, just how many dies you've got there. There's a lot. And if I go through the boards for you, one by one, this shows you what the dies are, what they're going to cut out, and also, of course, the artwork to go with it as well. Now, if you're wondering what this strip is here, this is basically so that you can link more than one of these, almost like a teardrop shape, together. So if you wanted to do, hang on, if I just grab one over here and show you. There we go. If I just show you this. You can use that strap to attach more than one together, okay? So they can go side by side. You can actually put as many as 3 of them side by side if you want to create almost like a screen effect, which is really lovely. So this is the first board. Now, it's not just this one die. You've actually got the die to cut out the curtains, the die for the extender, but you've also got smaller dies within. So you can actually use any of those elements completely independently if you wish to as well, which is rather special. And then if we go on to the next board, you can see here you've got the cushion, you've got the bench, you've got the scatter cushions, you've got this little plaque as well, which is rather lovely, stacked books as well, you've got the cup of tea and the trailing plant as well. All beautifully, beautifully done. So this is the artwork you can print off right now, and these are the dies that will cut it out for you beautifully. Moving on, you've then got the crisp leaf flourish, and again, like I said before, with the flowers that are going round in a slight curve, you've also got the foliage going round in a curve as well. So a quarter of the stock has gone. We came on air with 20% gone. Now, in the first 5 minutes of being live with you, a quarter of the entire stock has gone. So it's bending to the right at the moment, but flip it over with the mirrored vignettes and you've got it going the other way. So that's always a real bonus, and totally snippable. always think about that. Nick and the team and Mark and everybody at Carnation always think about not just the overall image, but how you can trim it down, where you can snip it to make it suitable for smaller projects and that sort of thing as well. Okay, then moving on from that, we then come on to our amazing flowers. Now this is, remember, the crocus, the snowdrop and the golden flax. The golden flax, now that, although this is a kind of a wintry collection as it were, that could be easily brought into spring cards with that beautiful yellow. The snowdrops and the crocus as well, and again it's got the ability to be flipped with the mirrored vignette, so it can go right, it can go left, you can join them together and make a lovely, lovely scene with those. Loads of you tuning in, good morning and welcome. I'll try and give you all name checks a bit later when I get to my tablet. And then we go on to these individual elements. So these are the individual blooms, the individual crocus buds. You've got the individual golden flax buds. I must admit, golden flax is a new flower to me. I've not heard of golden flax.
They are new to me as well, but I love the colourways, the yellow and the purple.
Yeah.
They just pop off each other, don't they? It's
Absolutely.
really lovely.
And you've also got here your snow flourishes as well. But to be fair, that could also be clouds. It could also maybe be water if you wanted to use it in that way, possibly. So that's that collection. Then we go on to, now this was a bit like in this country a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, last week was it?
Yeah, I think it was last week. The snow-covered trees, but again, if you wanted to colour them in yourself and you didn't want snow on them, you can do that. But of course, the artwork that's provided gives you the snow covering. There you've got your crocuses just sprouting through the ground there, your flurries of snow too, absolutely adorable and beautiful. Moving on, we come on to my favourite bit. I love this. Look at him. We've all seen it.
Favourite.
My cat does that.
Does she?
Yeah, she sees like a little mouse or something. She just
Aww.
jumps up in the air, all four legs up in the air. Adorable. And look at the expressions on their faces as well. And imagine the scenes you can create with these and the scenarios you can create with them as well. Look at them. Look at the little rabbit there with the snow on his head. He's been burying for something and ended up with snow on his head.
So
Look at that one. Maybe they've never seen snow before. Maybe it's their first snowfall. And you've got them in different sizes. So you've got them up close, and you've also got them in the distance, so you can create lovely depth and perspective, which is of course something that Carnation is very famous for. Really, really adorable. You'll print those off now. Just go to carnationcrafts.co.uk, go to the download section, free downloads, and you'll see the artwork there for Winter's Light, which is what the collection's called. Moving on. Something else that's absolutely adorable. Now, Taz is in the room next door through the doors, directing us and producing us, and she says this is her favourite. I can see why. I didn't notice when I first saw them. They've got skates on. They've got their own little skates, the birds, and they're all wrapped up for winter with their scarves and their hats. But yeah, skating on the water bowl there, absolutely adorable. And then you've got the words: hope, love, and joy. All of those three. Okay, let me pop those back down for a second. Now, if we go back to what you're going to get, this is it. You've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 die collections here. There's a lot of dies, and if I just show you some finished cards as well quickly to give you an idea. Okay, I've got them here to show you. So, okay, let me just put these here so you can see them. Look at that. So the die, in this case, the card shape in this case has been used as a window, and of course looking through that window from the inside out, you've got the deer coming up to the window in the distance. A really lovely way of using it. That's Vera Bow who's done that one. Using the extender, which is part of your collection, this is one I showed you a few minutes ago. Look at that. And they're just having fun in the snow together. Maybe it's the first time they've ever seen snow. They don't know what it is, but they love it. They're jumping up and down in it. And the little birds there skating for their lives on that fantastic water bowl. So cute. So cute, aren't they?
So cute.
Adorable. Let me get you a few more. This is another one that's using that die to actually make it like a window looking out to the wintry scene outside. And this is one of the rabbits. I mean, the rabbits, to be fair, I love them all. They're all adorable. The artwork is free. You can sell what you make, as I'm sure you know, which I think is so generous. And the backgrounds as well, you'll find those on the website too. Print those off. But isn't that gorgeous? The little rabbit down there with a little mound of snow on his head, looking at the birds up there, having a great time. Let's have another look at a few more. A couple more. Vera Bow's done this one as well. This is actually an easel card. So Vera's used the mound of snow as the stopper. Thanks. Brilliant. There you go. Look at that. How 3D is that? Isn't that beautiful? Look at how you can use the artwork.
So cute.
So beautiful.
I love that the animals are in different sizes as well. So you could have the window like you're looking outside and the animals are playing outside in the snow, or you could have the window looking in,
Yeah.
and you can have the animals outside and then you can see inside.
Pam Simpson's done this one, and again, this is using, there's the strip on the back, if I just show you. So she just used 2 of those. So basically you attach the middle sphere, or the middle teardrop, into the centre. And then of course you've got the extender, which allows you to then have those 2 smaller windows side by side. Isn't that lovely? It's more, that's not really a card, that's more of a scene, isn't it?
It is, and the extender, you can use that with, think of all the mats and layers or card shapes you've got at home. You can use that extender with them as well.
Absolutely.
So you'll be able to make other shapes with that.
See, this is the Carnation difference. One more, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, the shape is so
It's
spectacular going to that
yeah,
point at the top.
It's pretty, isn't it? And it's something really different.
Definitely. So already this is proving to be a big hit with you. Thank you for your order. And remember, this is launch day. So everyone is in. All cogs and wheels are turning next door in the warehouse, getting ready to get your order packed and shipped to you. As far as I'm aware, the postman arrives here at about 2 o'clock, and it's now, what, 11 o'clock in the morning. So if you order it now, it will be on its way straight away. Okay. Now, I'm going to see if I can find some of your comments in a minute as well on Facebook and on YouTube too. But if you would like to order it, if it's really ticking all the boxes for you, and it's ticking all my boxes, it's 241201, the Winter's Light collection. And remember, this is exclusive at the moment to us here at Carnation on Carnation Crafts TV. You can't find it anywhere else. If it's a gift for someone for Christmas, we can still get it to you, of course, well in time for the big day itself. Order it today. This is the last collection of 2024, isn't it?
Oh my God, I didn't even realise that.
It is. Because the next one will be beginning of next year. So yeah, it's the last collection of 2024. If you want it, 241201. It's called A Winter's Light. And Laura's now going to give you a few ideas how to use it. And I'll try and get your comments on Facebook as well. Laura, over to you.
Right, so we're going to make the teardrop card, and we're going to use that extender. So I can show you how that comes together. And I've used the perfect papers to cut out. So even though I've used the vignettes with one of them, for the others I've used the perfect papers, and I'm using them for mats and layers as well, so you know where I've got that from. So I've got my white card base, and then we're going to go in with this frame cut with the perfect papers.
Excellent. And remember, all the things like the everyday glue you'll find on our website as well. Anything that Laura's using during the demonstration will be on the website. Pin flare, glue gel, all that sort of thing. Pro print paper, anything like that you need. And that's what we recommend, don't we, Laura? Pro print paper to print all the vignettes on.
Yeah, 100%. It makes such a difference.
Yeah.
Somebody posted in the Carnation group, I think it was last week, and she posted using her normal paper and then with the pro print paper.
Yeah. And the difference was amazing.
Yeah, it is. If you've never used it, print something off with your normal paper and then print it off again, and you'll see the difference.
Do your own before and after. You'll be amazed.
Right, so that's just going to go on there. And then we're going to do, because I'm going to do 3 of these. So I'm going to do the left side first.
Yeah.
So we're going to go in then with this lovely, what one was this called again? The white one.
I'm not sure what it was called.
What was it?
Crisply
Flourish.
Yeah.
That. Now look at the size on that as well. I know that you're going to use that so much. And you know, when I first seen this collection, I thought, oh, this is perfect for Christmas cards. But when you look at it, like the first thing you said, Dave, was like spring, summer cards.
Yep.
You know, you can use it in so many different ways. And the florals and things, you'll use those with other collections and add them in as well.
I mean, the lovely thing is, you know, at this time of the year we see an awful lot of Christmas, but we don't see an awful lot of generic winter. It may be that someone's got a winter birthday. Lots of people have birthdays in December and January, and it's not all Christmas related. So this is just a lovely, unashamed winter collection, but can lend itself, like you said, towards springtime too.
Yeah, it's really pretty. It's like this one that I'm doing now. There's if I popped a sentiment on there, and that could be my card, there's nothing on there that actually says, oh, that's Christmas themed. So that now, I'm going to pop that there. And then we're going to do exactly the same, but on the other side. And this one is going to go that way, and that's because we've got the mirrored vignettes.
Excellent.
So I'm just going to pop some glue.
I've just realised I couldn't get any comments up from you on Facebook. I just realised I'm not connected to the Wi-Fi.
Oh, Dave.
Does help. Oh, me and technology. Go. I'll see if I can join the. Yeah.
Technology is amazing when it works, but it's the worst thing when it doesn't.
Because normally when you go to a place and you've connected
You've
once,
already
you
connected.
yeah, it's not connecting.
You connect straight away, don't you? So let's pop this on there. And then we're going to do the same thing. So I'm going to layer these on there like that. And we've got the same artwork. So you can see how that mirrored artwork works. You don't have to think about, you know, you can only use it one way or anything like that. Pop some glue on.
And of course the benefit of glue gel is that you get that dimension and it dries rock solid.
And especially when you're doing something like this with florals and things, you don't want them to just be, you know, you want a bit of movement in them. You don't want them to be flat. So I'm going to do the same thing.
And there's the mirrored vignettes I was talking about. So if something is visible on the back as well as the front, you can turn it left and right. So originally it started life as a left-hand, or no, a right-hand curve. Now it's going
so
left.
That's
yeah,
the original, but then obviously we've just swapped them round. So pop that on there, and then so we've got now our two sides. They look exactly the same, but those are going to be the two sides now to our card.
Beautiful.
And then we're going to do the middle part.
I'll give you details of the perfect papers, by the way, in a second, because they are key to, you know, putting your card together and everything kind of coordinating beautifully well.
Right, so I've got some of the snowy bits, and I've got some more of the perfect paper. So this one I've got with the lovely swirl pattern on, and then I've got some of our cardstock. That's going to go on there.
It's a lovely shape, that, isn't it?
It's really different, isn't it? But then I was thinking you could layer these if you wanted to. You could actually layer them that way.
Yeah.
And if you had something in the middle to hide that band, and that almost looks like a Christmas ornament.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And if you put it that way, that looks like a Christmas ornament as well. So there's lots of different ways.
I've actually got a diffuser at home that's that shape, and it's really lovely as an ornament in the house. So it's a wonderful shape to have as a card.
So something different, isn't it?
Yeah.
And especially when you've got a different base to start off with, then it instantly makes your card, it just elevates your card because you've got that different shape there straight away. So this one now is the exact same one, but I've got it with the artwork, so you can see the shading and things in there. And then I'm going to pop that down. And then what I'm going to do, before I glue this down, I'm just going to place that there, because that's going to mat on. So you can see you've got all these mats and layers there for that as well. But I'm just going to place that down so I can see where these need to go before I glue it.
I love the fact that that card shape isn't just one die. The fact it's like 3 separate dies, so you can use different elements of it, layer it together if you want to, leave bits out, it's up to you.
Yeah, they work really well, don't they? Right, so that's going to go about there, so I'm going to cut.
Did you get much snow in Wales?
I didn't get any, so I was up here when it snowed.
Oh, okay.
And I left home to rain, obviously. And as soon as I got into England, it was like I'd just gone through Narnia.
Right.
And it was
There's
just
white
white
everywhere,
everywhere. I was like, where's this come from?
You're loving this collection. 30% now of the entire stock of this is gone. I'm not at all surprised. It's a winner, isn't it? Absolutely adorable. I love the characters. The fox jumping for me is just absolute joy. Love it.
Yeah, it's really pretty. I absolutely love foxes. That's going to go over there. So just layering these up just to build that scene. Let me just check if I need to go a bit further down.
I'll tell you what, if you're a new Carnation viewer and you're thinking, I quite like the look of this, be aware that it is an addictive hobby in a good way, because Carnation, every time they bring a collection out, it just ticks the box. Everyone says to me that when they sell their cards, if they make lots of different companies' cards, for example, it's the Carnation cards that always sell the quickest. People just love it. The artwork's spectacular. You don't have to colour it in because you get the vignettes free. Which I think is lovely. The amount of time and effort and skill and talent that goes into the artwork is phenomenal, and you get given that for nothing, which is amazing.
Right, I'm just going to glue this band down. So when you cut this out, everything's in the die for you. So all you're going to do, the score lines are built in the die. so all you're going to do is just bend those, and where these circles are, those are the bits that you're going to glue. So if you were doing this with like a rectangle card or a square card, you're just gluing it onto those parts there. So
can I just say hello to Michelle? Hi Michelle, you're a regular, I know, recognise your name, and you always come up with great ideas as to how we can use these collections in different ways. And you're saying, what about using that shape as like a picture frame? Absolutely, you can.
oh, that's a nice idea.
Yeah, use the die to cut out maybe a picture that you've taken on your phone, you've printed off on your printer, and cut it in that shape. That would look lovely.
I think that's the nice thing though, especially when we do shows like this, because I think every time I've done something like this, we all look at things completely different, don't we?
Yeah.
So, you know, like I looked at it and I thought, oh, that could be like a Christmas ornament or different things like that. But then you everybody looks at things in a different way, don't
Absolutely.
they? Right, so that's going to go on there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just need to push that snow bit down a little. There
And that's
you
the
go.
beauty of the glue gel. It gives you lots of movability, lots of time to
Yeah.
move.
It's so much easier using your pin fly. You don't have to worry of, you know, when you stick it down. I think we've all done it sometimes when we just stick it and then we try peeling it off and hope for the best, and it just never works.
Now, I've got your messages now. I've got a problem with the internet here, so sorry about that. Linda McLeod says, morning Dave and Laura, another stunning collection. As always, my bank balance is dwindling away. Hi Linda. Jan Bird says, this collection is stunning. This has to be the best collection to date. Jan, I kind of agree.
Yeah, I mean,
I think my
Such
other
a
favourite
pretty.
was the Christmas release of last year. That was one of my favourites. Jenny West says, morning Laura, Dave and Taz from a sunny Corfe Mullen, down my neck of the woods. I live not too far away from there. I can't see this collection being sold separately on the website. Is it just the full collection this time? I think they are. They should be individually available on the website if you want them. I'm pretty sure if they're not there now, they will be a bit later on. Yeah, individuals now are on the website. There we go. Yeah, they are there. Mary Jules watching as well. Amanda Elizabeth Spriggs is watching. Avril Linton, hi to you. Thank you for all your comments and thank you for all your orders. Busy.
oh, it's so pretty though, isn't it? Let me just move that. So
And you get
that's,
so many elements. You can make every card completely differently if you want to.
yeah, you can, and especially with this, I think it's just such a different card shape. Now the sentiment, you've also got the vignettes for that. So I've just got love. I think you've got love, hope, and joy.
Yeah.
Which are just,
In lovely fonts.
yeah, lovely font, and it's ones that you can use again for different occasions. Just going to pop some of that glue off there, and then that's going to go on to my mat, because you've got the mat there as well for all of your sentiments.
Now, bearing in mind we've got the foxes in here. Annie Foxall. Hi, Annie.
Aw.
At home with a slip disc. Oh, no, nothing worse. I had a bad back last week
That was
myself.
you last week,
I
wasn't
know,
it?
yeah. It wasn't a slip disc, but I had a bad back. Might have to buy this to cheer myself up, Annie says.
Oh, definite.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the right way to think.
Right, that's going to go on there. Now I'm going to be a bit careful with this, because obviously I've only just glued it down, but
Oh. Oh.
right, hang on. If I bend it and then
That's
try
the
and
way.
pick it up
That's
as
it.
one.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And that extender makes all the difference. You've now not just got one teardrop, you've then got the three, but they're layered and they're tiered, and you've got the two behind them in different sizes. Really, really lovely. So that's our first demo. Thank you, Laura. Let me just remind you of the collection. It's called A Winter's Light, okay? It's 241201. Now, I know we get lots and lots of brand new viewers every single time we do this. Some that just kind of find us by accident, others that deliberately tune in to watch. To have a collection that has sold 30% already, and we've only been on air for literally about 20-25 minutes, is pretty exceptional. So you can see why. You've got all of these beautiful, let me just lift them up so you can see them. You've got your three flowers, which is your golden flax, your crocus, and also your snowdrop in there. But look at the number of dies you've got. All the snow flurries you've got there, of course, as well. Absolutely fully loaded with dies. My favourite part of it, and I think probably everyone's favourite part of it, are the animals. The leaping fox in particular, the inquisitive fox underneath it. You've got the two smaller foxes in the distance, smaller deers in the distance as well, so you can do great perspective makes with this as well. Even the rabbit has got a close-up and a distance image as well. And they are, again, beautifully crafted. All the cut-in lines that you expect to find on a Carnations die are there as well. So if you want to shape them to make them more rounded, you can do that with your ball tools. Over here, the teardrop shape. This is called the Morning Light card shape. And as I said before, it's not just one die. You've got numerous dies. You've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 6 or 7 dies in that main card shape. So again, you can make, if you're doing like a trio like Laura just did, you can have the teardrops a little bit smaller on the left and the right hand side, a bit bigger in the center. You can use the center one maybe as a window if you wanted to do that. There's lots of options with that. You've got the curtains. You've also got the trailing foliage and the bench with the cushion and the scatter cushion as well. And then down in the front, you've got all these beautiful snow flurries. You've got the bird bath with the birds with the skates on, which is so cute. And then that beautiful, what do we call this one? This is the crisp leaf flourish, which again curves off to the right. But if you print off your double-sided vignettes, you can then have it going the other way as well. Now, a quick reminder about the Perfect Papers. Haven't mentioned these yet, but if you've already ordered the main collection and you'd like to go for the Perfect Papers, these are they, and you get, these are cardstock, really good quality cardstock. It is 300 GSM, and you've got 48 A4 sheets in there, and some of them are block colours, and others have got that beautiful faint pattern on them. You've got a swirling pattern, and also like a damask pattern. If I just pop that there, you can see them a little bit clearer. So you get, yeah, a lot in there, 48 A4 sheets. Look at the colourways. They are designed to complement the artwork colours. So you're not going to end up with any clashes or anything like that. It's only $14.99. And bearing in mind how much you're saving by buying the collection today, add this to your order and it's going to mean that your collection is going to go that much further. And if I just show you a couple of finished cards quickly, this one here, for example, that's using one of the background papers, the backing papers, brilliantly. So the colours of the crocus are picked up beautifully with the backing paper. So your Perfect Papers are a must, I'd say, to make your collection go even further. 241-201 though. The main collection is called A Winter's Light. You're loving it. Is it going to last? That's the big question. The way to order, if you've never ordered before, is on our website. So go to carnationcrafts.co.uk. You may be there already. Put this into your basket. You'll get that price. Everyone gets the discounted price of $119.99. And then at the end of the week, of course, it will go up in price. So get it today while it's this fantastic value. And then when you've done that, and the order goes through to the warehouse, which is just literally through that wall there, they will pick your order, pack it, and send it. You might even get it. Some people say they get it the next day, but with Christmas post, it may take a day or two. Who knows? But it will be sent straight away. And of course, yeah, then go to the website to downloads, free downloads, and that's when you can print off your artwork. And you can sit there this afternoon or sit there this morning and just fan through all the artwork and just think, great, I've got all this and I can make and sell and absolutely fine. All right, Laura, demo 2, if that's all right.
Yes, right. So obviously we did the card shape using that, but this time I wanted to use it on a card,
Yeah.
just to mix things up a bit. So again, I'm going in with my white card and my Perfect Papers, and that's just going to go on there. I really like the colours in this Perfect Papers back.
Yeah,
it's
you've got a
really
lovely kind of purple, yellow, and then that kind of tealy green.
Yeah, it's ones that you can see used in other collections as well.
Yeah.
So it's really going to go far. And then this is just going to go down on my card. So that's just going to go there.
And that's our PVA glue that Laura's using, the everyday glue. You get 7 bottles at a great price. That's on the website as well.
You do. And then, so the card shape, so I showed you the one earlier, but I still use all the matte layers. So you've still got all of these matte layers that will layer up to build up that scene, and that's what we're going to do now. Okay, so I'm just going to pop these down. This is going to go on there. And we're going to go in with these matte layers. So that's going to go on. That's our next one. So I've just put some foam tape on the back of these, just to speed things up a bit. So just pull these off here.
Lovely.
That's going to go on there. And then our next one. And then you've got the smaller window that sits inside this frame, and you've got the mat for that as well.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I've cut this one out twice. Let me just pop this on there.
They always give you so many layers, don't they?
Yeah,
Carnation?
and then so I've cut that one out again, and then popped the inside die in there. and that is going to mat on there then to give us that frame. So you could have that, you could have it just on there like that.
And where you put those foam
there.
pads, even though it's white on white, because there's a bit of height there, it gives a bit of shadow.
Yeah, it's amazing. Just white card, and look how pretty that is. But you could put a couple there, and that would look like a wedding card or an engagement card. There's so many different ways you could use it.
Now, on the internet, the beauty of being on the internet with this is that we go global. We've got viewers I know in New Zealand. We've got viewers, actually, someone's messaged in from Tasmania today as well.
Wow.
And we've got Debbie in St Kitts Nevis. Ooh.
Where's that?
That's in the Caribbean, isn't it? I think.
Wow.
Yeah. We're not jealous. We're international. We're global.
No, we're not jealous from a rainy England.
well, we're bringing you a bit of winter to St Kitts. There you go. We've got a lot of people watching this morning, so thank you for tuning in. We do this usually the first Monday of the month, isn't it, normally?
I thought you were going to say usually at 10, but you're blaming me.
No, we're not blaming you at all.
For not being here.
No. Well, hopefully, if you've signed up to our on our website, you get the kind of alerts as to when we're going live, because sometimes it does change at the last minute for whatever reason, weather, that sort of thing.
Yeah, there's always something.
Bless you.
Oh, don't make me laugh. Right.
But you made it. You came all the way.
I did. I got here.
Trooper.
Right, that is going to go on there now. So just use your glue, pop that down, and that's there. Now I love that, just like that in white.
Me too. I love tone on tone like that.
Absolutely, so pretty. When you look at it like that, there's just so many different ways. That to me now takes everything else away, because that could be a wedding card, an engagement card, just so many different ways that you can use that.
35% of the entire stock gone. This is our launch hour today. Thank you for watching. Now, with the curtains, it would have been very easy for the guys to have made two dies for the curtains. So you've got a left and a right hand curtain, but then that would have been more money. With the vignettes, you don't need two dies, because you can print them double-sided and you've got your left and right. So by inventing that concept, Carnation saves you money.
Yeah, and it just extends the life of your dies, because I think we've all been there sometimes where you try cutting into things, or you try manipulating the die, or you try cutting into them and try changing the look of them, but like you don't have to.
Or maybe you've got a character that's, or a bird or something, or a mouse that's pointing left, and you think, oh, I want it to go the other direction.
Yeah.
You can.
That's it.
With a double-sided vignettes.
And what I love about Carnation, which Nick explained to me about his design process, and when he explained it, I got it. But because when you look at everything, the easiest way I can think of it is when you look at Carnation dies when they're cut out, everything's got movement. So I think we've all been there sometimes where we try putting flowers onto a project, and say you want to build up your florals, and you put things down and it just looks flat, and it doesn't flow. Like you never ever get that with Carnation, because everything's got movement and shape. So and you've also got the option of turning it as well. So it's amazing.
It just works in so many ways. And if you look at the flowers, especially the crocus, you can see that there are like debossed lines in the actual bud of the crocus, and that's so that you, with a ball tool, can easily shape it to make it more rounded and that sort of thing. If those lines weren't there, it wouldn't be easy to do it, and it wouldn't look natural. And it's the little bits like that that make Carnation special, separate them from the crowd.
Yeah, and it's just, it almost sounds cheesy, doesn't it? But it's the little things that make the big difference. And it's like they've looked at all of the little things that, you know, we say or that we ask for, all those little niggly things that annoy us crafters, and they kind of go, oh, actually, we can fix that.
Yeah.
So
And it's only when you use Carnation and then maybe go on and use a die that someone else has produced, and you kind of think, oh, well, I could do this with Carnations, but I can't do it with this one. You realise they go over and above when it comes to design and manufacture. And
yeah, you kind of realise then how much they do put into the thought process and the design of it, don't you? Right, so then these florals, you can see you've got bigger ones and you've got smaller ones, and that's what I'm going to do now. So instead of using them singly, I'm just going to use these now to fill this side of the card. So, and you can see now that one is going there. So I don't really want to put that there because they look too similar to be next to each other. But if I turn it, and put it there,
Mhm.
then it works.
And by putting the
things like that.
curtains either side of the teardrop, it's actually made that teardrop now look like a window.
Yeah, it just changes the look, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's so easy. But this to me is the fun bit, is when you're designing the card and when you're just like this and playing around with the design and going in. This is the fun bit. This is what I want to be doing. I don't want to be, worrying about what card shape and things like that. It's this bit that you want to do.
And that teardrop could actually be like a gazebo. It could be a married couple renewing their vows underneath that. It could be all sorts of things.
That's a nice idea to have. I'll put some glue.
Wow, thank you.
Did I really sound that shocked when I said that?
That's Taz taking the mickey next door. That's what it is.
And then pop that in there. And then what I'm going to do is bring in
Oh, the
my
stars. Look at these two.
favourites.
They're
Oh,
having
they're
the time
just
of their
so-
lives, aren't they?
So cute. But when you look at them, they almost look as if you can feel the fur
Yeah.
on them. They're absolutely stunning.
I mean, you could be the best colourist in the world, best artist in the world. It would take an awful lot to recreate the artwork that Nick and his team have done with this. And it's free. Once you've bought the dies, it's absolutely free for you to print off. Not just once, but as many times as you like, all this artwork. You can print off 100 sheets today if you wanted to, of just the foxes. It's up to you.
Yeah, and especially when you make and sell, you want to be able to make cards like this that really stand out and pop and catch your eye, but you don't want to spend hours, because we don't charge. There's no card maker that I know that charges what they should charge for their cards.
No.
They always charge less than what they should. So to make cards like this, you don't want to be spending hours colouring in, because you're not going to get paid for that. You want to.
Well, also, I know a lot of people. I was with a lady the other day actually, who used to make cards purely for friends and family.
Yeah.
Her husband sadly has got Alzheimer's now, and she's now making cards to raise money for the Alzheimer's charity, which is fantastic. So
Aw.
I try and get her as much crafty stuff that I get as possible to help her do that, which is lovely. So maybe you do it for that purpose, for charity fundraising.
Yeah, well, this would be a nice one for animal charity.
Yeah.
With the animals on, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so then I've popped Hope on there. So, and again, I've used the vignettes to cut that out. You've got the mat then to go on that, and I've put the mat on it because this is going to go at the top of the flowers, and I don't want the wording to get lost in the background. So
That's quite
gonna go
an
there.
appropriate word to put on there, because I think the fox that's up in the air, I think he's hoping for lunch. He's hoping that little hole in the snow is going to be where his lunch is. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? It's just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, like you said, the movement that's in there, the movement of the
they tell a
foxes, the
story,
animals.
don't
Yeah.
they? As soon as you look at them.
I mean, that other fox is hunched down going, what are you doing? Love it. Absolutely playing and having fun. Let me show you some of the other characters as well. That's gorgeous. Thanks, Laura. I'll show you some other cards. Here we go. Look at that one. Now, this has actually had a little bit of festive glitter added to it. Fiona Abbott has done this, adding some glitter to the frosty bird bath. Aren't they beautiful? And then the robins with their little ice skates on as well. Let me show you a few more, because I've got to say a big thank you to the design team. Sue Dalrymple, they always come up trumps. And I know a few of them, and they say they just can't wait till the next collection comes through, because they don't know what to do with it. They basically get like the prototype dies and then get left to their own devices and come up with all of these spectacular cards to give you inspiration, to show you the sort of thing that you can do. Look at this, and again, because you've got the smaller animals as well as the larger ones, that creates a feeling of depth. You can see the foxes in the background looking as if they're maybe 15, 20 feet away, where in actual fact they're only a couple of millimetres apart. But because you get the larger and the smaller, you can create that look of depth. And also, let's not forget, very simple, very minimal. That's Taz's favourite card. Out of all of these, that's her favourite. Yeah. Then we've got this one from
Pretty.
Janine. You don't have to really go mad, just a little bit of detail.
I
on
love, I always try not to do white on white, just because it's hard to show on air when we show it on camera. I love white and white. White and white is absolute, and that is just stunning.
And don't forget, one of the elements in the die set is a rather unusual looking strip. It's this on the back, okay, with the 3 round sections. Basically, that is so that you can attach the smaller teardrops to the larger one and create that third dimension. Isn't that beautiful? That's like you've just walked into a swanky hotel, you know,
Yeah.
looking out to sea or whatever. And remember, the backgrounds are on the website as well for you to print off too. So you've got that included. And I think they're free. Some things that you print off will have a fee attached to it, but a lot of what you're getting today, all the artwork to go with the dies, is a free download. And it's available now. Now, this is the launch show. It's exclusive to us for the time being here at Carnation Crafts TV. I'm Dave. Laura is here as well. We've got at least 2 shows today, this one and 1 o'clock this afternoon. So if you've got things to do, maybe do it at 12 and then come back and join us at 1 for another little look at this. If you've ordered it, I bet you're really, really excited. I would be, knowing that these fellas, these chaps, the deer, the foxes, the rabbits are on their way to you. Large and small in all of them. And you can really make fantastic cards that tell stories. That's what this is about. It's called Winter's Light. It's 241201. Last update I had was 35% of the entire stock gone, and we're not even through the first live hour. Wow. And this won't be available anywhere else until later in the week, so you're getting it first. You might even get it tomorrow. I can't guarantee with the post. Obviously, it's a busy time of year, but a lot of people do say when they order on launch day, they get it the next day. Certainly, it will be posted today if you're ordering right now. $119.99, and if you're anything like me, I'm impatient. If I order something, I want it either that day or the next day. You know, I don't
straight
wanna wait
away.
a week
You
or
want to
2
press
weeks.
order and then hear the doorbell go,
Absolutely,
don't you?
absolutely. And don't forget the perfect papers as well. I mean, it's a sin not to get these, to be fair, because you get 48 of the cardstock, 48 sheets. You can see the lovely colourways that Laura was saying how much she loves the colours in there. And it just tones beautifully with all the colours of the flowers, the colours of the characters. Everything will work beautifully well. And that is $14.99, and that's 241209 if you want your perfect papers. And it's, remember, not paper, it's cardstock, it's 300 GSM, 6 colour variations. You've got block colour, and then you've got the others that have got a slight pattern to them, which hopefully you can see. You've got a swirling pattern, and then you've got like a damask pattern as well, which is very discreet, but it's just there for you. Lovely. Okay, we could do one more demo, I think.
Yeah, right. So I've got a 6x6 card, and I've got the lovely purple perfect papers.
Yep.
So this is just going to go down.
Now, we had a message from, sorry, say again.
Rebecca,
sorry, my callback's cutting out.
Oh.
Rebecca said she's seen the demos, now she's buying the full collection. There we go. It's inspiring you. Thank you, Rebecca.
Do you know what though? I'm always if I like 1 or 2, I have to get the full collection, because I know when I get the 1 or 2, I'll get them home, start playing with it,
Yes,
and then
why didn't I?
Yeah, why didn't I do it? Why didn't I get the full collection?
Yeah.
And especially this, because it works together so well. So I'm just using some white cardstock, and you can really see that pattern there.
Beautiful.
On the perfect papers. So that's just going to go on there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to layer that down. So I've just popped some foam on the back already.
And the perfect papers are a coated cardstock, okay? So you've got a lovely kind of sheen to it too. Gorgeous quality, as you'd expect.
Yeah, and they're not papers. So if you want to use them for like your card bases, or if you want to use the card shape to cut them out, you can. Because
they're 300 GSM.
Yeah.
So nice
they're
and
strong
heavy.
enough. That's going to go on there like that. So I've got my card base ready to go. And then we're going to go in with the floral. So I'm just going to pop this down, and I'm just going to use some glue, because we're really going to build this up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to go there like that. And then this one, you get that long stem, but you've also got smaller ones. So this, I'm just going to pop that there just to fill that gap. So that's going to go on there.
And you know, the detail in that is phenomenal. There's even artwork for this, which is crazy, because a lot of people wouldn't even think of supplying artwork for that. It's very subtle. It's like a light blue, but yeah, everything you get artwork for.
Yeah, it's really lovely. And the frame as well.
Yes.
The frame is absolutely gorgeous. Right, so then I've got my floral, which is gonna go there.
That's your snowdrops.
And then I'm just gonna
I made sure I knew the name of the flowers today.
Gee, are you good with flowers?
No, I'm awful.
I'm here.
And usually I get into a show and I think, I don't know what they are. And I used to say, Carla, what are they? I don't know. So, yeah, we made sure I knew today. Golden flax, crocus and snowdrops. There we go.
Snowdrops is the only one I've ever heard of before.
You haven't heard of crocus?
Nope.
Really?
I mean, I might have seen it, not knew that's what it was called,
Right.
but...
The purple one's the crocus.
Oh, okay. No. would not have been able to. That would have been my $1 million question. I'd have lost it all. Right, so I put this one on. Now this one, you can see I'm changing the
Direction.
of it. But I've cut the bottom bit off because what I'm going to do is I'm going to just tuck that in with this one. And then it's just going to look as if that's part of that one then. So that's just going to go as one. And then what I'm going to do, because I wanted to bring some of the purple in, so what I've done is brought in those smaller buds, and all I'm going to do is stack these in it so it looks as if it's almost like the same flowers kind of grown right next to each other, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And it's lovely that the team give you the buds as well as the actual stems of the flowers, so you're not having to cut them.
No, so you don't have to cut like that whole thing off
No.
and go in and cut them up again. You've got them there, so you could build it up if you want to. So if you wanted to go in and like decoupage them up, you could do that, or you could go in like I am now and just add in bits in. So if you want to go in and just make little bits look different, or you want to make bits look more fuller, just go in, just have fun with it. I think that's what Carnation do. They allow you just to go in and play around and have fun, and it doesn't matter what you do. I've never ever ever seen somebody make a card with Carnation and looked at it and thought, oh, if only they did this, it would look so much better. Every card just looks stunning.
Yeah, totally agree.
So add some of the purple in as well.
Oh, and it could be that you just want to do a floral card and you don't want the actual animal characters all the time. You've got the option. You don't have to include them all the time.
No, and like this now, it just looks like a pretty floral, like you said, it could be a spring, summer card, it could be absolutely anything. But then you've got the winter animals there and the winter scenes to build in as well.
40% of the stock is gone. Wow, we are busy.
Right, so then I've got Taz's favourite. So I've got the bird bath.
Yeah.
And what I've done is the top bit of it, so where they're going to be ice skating, I've cut that bit off so I can layer that on top.
Oh, okay.
Just so it's got a bit of...
Make it look 3D.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm just going to... And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the bottom bit.
And if you've got any glossy accents or glossy highlights or anything like that, or even glitter would make it look like ice.
Yeah, it would look really nice with that, wouldn't it?
Frosty.
The ice.
And the ice skating birds. That's a highlight. I love that.
They're so cute, aren't they? It's when you see when you get them home and you look at them up close and you see the little ice skates and oh.
I didn't see those first time. When I looked at them, I thought, oh, they're cute little birds. And then Taz pointed out, oh, they're wearing ice skates. Oh, yeah, cute. With their little scarves wrapped around their necks as well.
How often does that happen though with Carnation? When you look at it, and then the more you look at it, the more detail
I
that
thought
you
you meant
notice.
how often do you see birds
Oh,
with
right.
ice skates on?
I mean, all the time, Dave. All the time.
In Wales. Yeah.
Yeah, all the time. Right, so I'm going to put some glue on that. This is now going to fit there. So I'm just going to tuck that in there. So that's going to go there.
Lovely.
Just push this down a bit. And then I'm going to get our little birds. And I'm going to use glue for this. And I'm just going to pop here,
Adorable.
there. I think it's going to stick to my tweezers.
The Torvlandine with the Burbold. Yeah.
And then this one is going to go there. Oh, cute.
That one's going for it, isn't it?
And then let's just move this over a bit. And then that is going to go there like that.
Is the black for the Hope, is that printable from the website as well?
Yeah, so all the ones I've used, they're all on the website.
Okay.
So, and you'll get the same for Love, Hope and Joy.
Yeah.
So you'll have it for the three.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
Look at the birds.
Another wonderful card. Just using the birds that time with the flowers, but of course you're going to get the foxes, you're going to get the deers, you're going to get the rabbits and the birds with ice skates as well. Now let me just show you before we say goodbye for this show, we've got another one at 1 o'clock, remember. We'll have more demonstrations there. Let me bring in a few more finished samples. Fiona Abbott has done this one using that extender bar, which you are getting as well. I know it's a bit of an odd shape, and when you see it on the die set, you kind of go, what's that for? It basically allows you to create and to add those smaller teardrops left and right. But here we are inside, looking out. So we're looking out to the scene with the foxes frolicking, and inside you've got the bench there with the cushions, scatter cushions and a cup of tea. So inside looking out, and then you could be, as if by magic, on the outside looking in. So we're looking inside where you've got the cushions and all that sort of thing as well. So you've got the potential to do in and out and everything in between, really. Let me pick up a few more. This one here, really rather lovely. Again, you're in the inside looking out, so the cushion is there by the window. Makes you wonder what sort of house that would be, or what sort of castle would that be, or what mansion house would that be with windows like that.
One that I want to live in.
Absolutely, yeah. I thought you did.
Oh, yeah.
And then this one, I've shown it to you already, but again, this is a lovely one. And this is done by Vera Bow, and she's made a fantastic easel card out of the shapes there. But look at the dimensions. So the mound of snow and the bird bath is acting as like the stopper, but that, if you just move that forward a little bit, makes it really three-dimensional. It's lovely, isn't it?
So pretty.
So let's have a look again then at the collection. It's called A Winter's Light, and I think it's a firm favourite with all of us, and judging by how many of you have ordered it already, it's a firm favourite with you as well. 40% of the stock has gone in the first show. It's 20% gone before we came on air. It went live, I think, on the website last night, so lots of you found it. You've got into the habit of looking the night before the first Monday of the month. Here you've got all of these dies, all of the animals, including the rabbits, the deers, the foxes, small and large for dimension and perspective. You've then over here got all of your florals, which can be going to the right, they can be pointing to the left with the mirrored vignettes. You've got the golden flax, the crocus and the snowdrop on there. And again, the mounds of snow as well. You even get, even though snow is white, you even get the artwork for that, because obviously snow isn't just white, it's like shades of light blue and that sort of thing. So
yeah, and you need the shading, especially with the like mounds like that, because then when you stack them up, you've instantly got the detail there, so you can see the different levels and that.
And then we've got the morning light card shape, which you can use obviously with all of these elements in this show, but also think about using it with other collections you've got from Carnation in the past as well. And that's not just one die there, it's about 6 or 7 dies in total, which you can use them all together or completely separately. The curtains with the mirrored vignettes, you've got a left and a right option. You've got the training plants, of course, as well. There's the seat and the cushion and the scatter cushion on there as well. Then down on the bottom row, you've got your bird bath with the birds with the skates on. You've then also got the mounds of snow, hope, love and joy as verses, and then that beautiful, beautiful sprig, the crisp leaf flourish is there as well. We're going to be back at 1 o'clock with another show, so make sure you join us for that live if you can. I'll try and get more of your messages read out as well. Yeah, order it today on the website, carnationcrafts.co.uk. After you've placed your order, go straight to the download section. The free downloads part is where you'll find the artwork and the vignettes, and you can print those off to your heart's content. And don't forget your perfect papers. For $14.99, absolute must. It works with the artwork brilliantly. So we'll see you back at 1 with more demonstrations from Laura and myself for now, though. Enjoy.